Hello, everybody. Wow, it's day 26 of 26. I'm very excited. It's been a very fun marathon of musing about conflict and collaboration, and I am very appreciative of all of the people who have watched the videos, who've sent me comments, who have checked in and who've told me that they've learned some things, and so thank you, everybody. I am going to do a little musing about a quote by Anais Nin. Now, you better believe I looked up how to pronounce that. Anais Nin. Anyway, I think I used to always just say Anais Nin. So clearly, I don't know what I'm doing. So this quote, I had it on my desk for a little while and in the pile, and I thought, how did that even get in there? Is that a quote about conflict? Or because I also do a lot of work with my partner Carolyn Godfrey in Winding Path Inc. Around personal professional development. I thought, oh, maybe that just sort of floated in from a quote we used for one of those programs. But the more I thought about it, the more I looked at it, the more I thought, you know what, there's definitely a connection to conflict resolution and collaboration there. So the quote is, and the day will come when the risk to remain tight in a bud was more painful than the risk it took to blossom. I think there's a lot of people who are afraid of conflict, and I've talked a lot already about those 5 styles of conflict solving, and avoid and accommodate certainly I think are very prevalent. And I think most people, like I've said before, whether we're compete and avoid or accommodate and avoid, I think avoid sort of finds its way into most people's style when they aren't familiar with collaboration processes and some of the interest-based processes that maybe make conflict solving a little less painful. And so certainly that, that idea of the pain resonates around conflict. And I do think that sometimes, even when we're uncomfortable, we will stay in situations that are uncomfortable because it's the devil we know. It's we stay with whatever steps we normally take, or whatever processes we normally take, or however we normally react to conflict. We just continue to do it that way because we've done it that way, and maybe the idea of doing something new and different is maybe just as scary as the conflict itself. And so what Anais says is, that day will come, right, when the pain that it takes to blossom and try something new is greater than the pain or the pain of remaining in the bud, right, tight in the bud. So that pain of the conflict, I suppose we'll get to a place at some point where people just feel like I really have to do something else. I think, unfortunately, what often happens is that something else for a lot of people is that they leave. They leave the relationship, they leave the job, whatever. And there is another way, and it's not that painful. It really is not that painful. Yes, it takes some time to learn these skills. It takes some practice to get really good at them. And it's not, it's not an overnight thing. It's not a, hey, follow these steps and tomorrow you will be as good at this as I am. So, yeah, it's awkward at first. Anytime you do something new, it's awkward. I often do this thing where I get people, I don't know if I can do it online. Let's see if I can do it online. So I want everybody to cross their arms. Now I want you to cross them the opposite way. Probably most of you are finding that like, oh, I don't even know what to do. So anytime you try something new, it's awkward, but after a while, you practice, you get better at it. It's not so awkward. Like, I've been doing that little activity for so long, I can just go back and forth, whatever. But the first time I was like, so yeah. It does take some time, it does take some practice, but when you get to that place where you've put some effort into this, it really, the pain can go away. You can avoid the pain, you can reduce the pain, you can really take that pain of blossoming away, and maybe never have to go back to that being tight in the bud, remaining tight in the bud. So I just really encourage you to take a risk and try something new, and think about joining our course. I'm almost full. I have a few spots left, but I do have maybe 2 or 3 spots left that I can make room for someone else. So if you're interested, if it's something that you've been thinking about, maybe the time has come when the risk to remain tight in the bud is now more painful than the risk it takes to blossom. So if you're interested, send me a message, and if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them. The course starts on Thursday, and yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. It's been a really fun 26 days, and I definitely, like I said yesterday, I'm going to look for more opportunities to do some lives and keep this going. I definitely am not going to be doing it every day, but I'm going to think about what this could look like, and I've got some neat ideas about how I could maybe even expand it more. So thanks, everybody, and see you next time.